In your eyes, what's the meaning of life?
Oh, okay. 42. Um,
It's from the Hitchhiker's Guide to
yeah,
the Galaxy.
I haven't read it, but I hear it's like pretty short. It's like 100 pages or something,
Oh.
100 something. So I might read it. But let me think. Okay, you did catch me off guard with this. Yeah.
Voice crack.
I guess yeah. Voice crack. The meaning of life. It's
What's the meaning of your life?
That's also a tough question because I don't really think about it. I'm a bit busy, with studies and everything else. It's kind of difficult to think. So I was thinking maybe like talk, and as I talk, I figure it out more. So let's see.
Well, we can start if you want a stepping stone. The biological meaning. I'm not saying that's your meaning, but the biological meaning of of life in general is procreation.
Yeah, have a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Like so from that point of view, it's fairly simple. That's a good place to start because that's what all animals do.
Yeah.
But then it gets problematic when we have a brain and we can start thinking more things than, oh, that girl looks hot. As soon as we start thinking other things than that,
Yeah.
then you have a new set of problems that you need to address.
I feel like if you have a child.
Like I just need to address this. I'm not saying you can't have that. Like even if you're smart, that can still be your philosophy of life.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I was just thinking like, if that is your philosophy in life, once you do have a child, it's probably like a good. And then once your child grows old enough and you've kind of lost the meaning of your life, you're like, I can't have children anymore. I'm like too old.
Not if you're a male. That's an interesting thing about males.
Yeah.
They never go infertile.
But they do, just like women, they also have an increased risk of passing on certain illnesses.
Really?
Yep.
With age?
Yep. I have a genetics course right now. And 80% of achondroplasia, basically dwarfism, 80% is de novo. And what that means is 80% of the time, it's a random mutation and it's typically from the father.
Oh.
Same with hemophilia, but it's not to the same 80%.
Hemophilia?
Yeah, it's where your body struggles to form clotting factors. So blood clots don't form as easily, so you end up bleeding a lot. Typically from the nose, it happens a lot because soft tissue in there.
A lot of small
capillaries.
Yep. Yeah.
So, but like if you get hit in the joint, the blood will accumulate there.
Oh,
and it kind of sucks.
Sure, like that goes for open cuts as well as closed bruises.
Internal bleeding's a big issue.
Oh God.
I don't know how bad it would be for like women on their period because I don't know, but I do know that some people with like extreme cases, if they're like in a car and the car's like bouncy, they'll like the next day they'll wake up with a massive bruise on their like thighs and butt.
Because the capillaries won't close up when they break.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It is.
Oh,
but that's also why you shouldn't have a child when you're like pretty old. Okay. Just out of consideration for your child.
Completely on topic.
Yeah. So yeah, but like from that perspective, after you've like raised your child, if you don't want to have another child, you don't want to risk it. Or if you're just like, I don't want to go through that again.
And then your life is over from that point of view.
Yeah, your like meaning in life kind of becomes too. I think this is really common where people's meaning in life is just to get married and have a child.
Mm-hmm.
Once the child grows old and can like live on their own, or they have to go study somewhere.
Yeah.
The parent clings to them because they've put everything into the child, and they don't have anything really else too much of their own.
Right.
They don't have like a goal of, I want to open up this. I want to open up a store. I want to open up a salon.
Or take humanity to Mars.
Or take humanity to Mars. You don't have any of like those like grand or not so grand ideals. I feel like at that point, that's when you start becoming kind of pathetic. I don't know.
But let's not take that away so easy because you can actually improve the success of your children by being a good environment. Like, so there's a whole hypothesis in evolutionary theory that like if you let's say you're infertile for whatever reason,
yeah,
you're sterile,
yep,
but your brother has children.
Mhm.
The fact that you could still be around and help nurture his children, you're still like you share a lot of the same DNA, so
Yeah.
that would actually ensure the success of your DNA as well.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so that's you can still like continue your the success of your genes without
By proxy.
by proxy. Exactly, that's the whole theory with like grandmas and stuff. Like why do we have menopause for women?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Like that's actually a pretty deep question that we don't exactly understand. Like why is menopause a thing, and why is it quite early?
Yeah, it is quite early.
Yeah, and but the answer that's proposed there is that like if you're an aunt or a grandma, you can still like by helping your grandchildren, you're kind of having children, because if they die, then you lose children ish. Does that
I
make
see
sense?
what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if all of your daughter's children die, then that's technically like you didn't have any children by yourself.
yeah, and also
Your child
the
is
mother,
worthless.
because if you're thinking about evolutionarily,
Yeah.
the mother is very likely to die via childbirth. So
Sure.
she also has like a good chance of taking care of children on her own
Sure.
and having
Like by-stepping her daughter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if she's like older, she also has a higher risk, most likely, of like dying also,
Yeah.
because the immune system kind of turns to shit.
If it hasn't already.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of the HH podcast. If you want to see another clip, click here down to your left. And if you want to see the whole unedited episode, click down here to your right. And last but not least, if you want to subscribe, you can do so here in the middle. Thank you.